solving mysteries in the night. Chasing shadows, finding answers, shining my light. No one's left behind in the darkness, all alone. With a heart like a siren, she brings the lost ones home. Silent cries in the dark no longer have to be. For justice, wheels keep turning, granny on the beat. Broken voices find their power, call out hope again. When these crime busters run, no victims left to pay. Bravery in her veins, truth she won't disguise. With a fire in her eyes, she's got nothing to deny. Granny fights for justice, never backs down from the call. For the voiceless and the missing, she'll stand tall.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Hello, Lori and Ginger. Good to see you guys. Those of you who are out in the bushes there, hello. We're going to get started on our spotlight on the missing. We have Zier Montreal Blue, missing since July 27th. Last seen in Newport News, Virginia, 17 years old. Zier was last seen wearing a gray t-shirt, black shorts, and slides. He has a medical condition and may be in need of medical attention. Wish the picture was better, guys. That's all we had. If anybody knows anything about Zier, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but please call the Newport News Police Department or 911. We need to get our kids home. All right. The next one, I'm going to share my screen with you. They gave a little bit of an update on Jonathan Hoang. Guys, such a nice looking young man. Look at that picture. From Arlington, Washington. It's going on 4 months now. I'm going to play the video here, and the sound is real low. I turned it up as loud as I can possibly go, guys, so I hope you can hear it all right.
Even the world. Here is another look at Jonathan.
Right. Sorry.
Arlington man who disappeared has been asking, where is Jonathan Hoang? And they're not alone. The community has been taking action themselves and searching for the 21-year-old with autism.
Fox 13 Shira Matsuzawa sat down with Jonathan's parents and shows us how a Kirkland coffee shop is spreading awareness one cup at a time.
Without him here, it's like there's a big gaping hole in our lives, in our heart.
Holding hands, drawing strength from one another. Jonathan Hoang's parents, Anne and Tao, are still hopeful they'll find their son. But they say sometimes the pain of not knowing where he is overwhelming.
It's a roller coaster of emotions throughout the day.
It's scary and nerve-wracking, and we just, you know, we feel sorry for ourselves sometimes, but then we think, oh, wow, Jonathan's in a lot worse place than we are.
The 21-year-old who lives with a developmental disability hasn't been seen since March. His family says while he is 21, he has the mindset of an 8 or 9-year-old, and they believe someone befriended him online, then lured him out of his home. Last month, they got a glimmer of hope when a Ring doorbell camera captured this video of someone believed to be Jonathan in Kirkland.
It looks like he's trying his hardest to find his way home, even though he really doesn't know his address.
Since then, they've had some leads, but still no Jonathan, despite online posts, flyers, and multiple community search efforts.
When we go out there and call his name, it's like the world is so big and we're so small.
At the coffee stand in Kirkland, each drink they serve now comes with a sleeve with Jonathan's photo and QR code.
You come by and get coffee in the morning and then you have your cup on your desk all day, right? So you're it's just in your face. You're looking at that all day. So you can recognize the picture. You could recognize the face.
It only takes one person to be like, oh, wait, maybe that's him.
A modern day face on the milk carton.
We both have teenage kids. So if it was us, we want somebody to help.
It's important in times like this for everybody to get together and kind of rally amongst each other to try to help your neighbor.
We'll never give up looking for him until we find him.
Shira Matsuzawa, Fox 13 News.
You feel so bad for his parents, and also kudos to that coffee stand for taking a stance here. And this week, we also want to mention that the family is holding a Find the Week of action. It includes a honk and wave event on Saturday. Jonathan's family says if someone is behind his disappearance and took him, they won't press any charges. They just want him back. They also say they are grateful for all of the support from the community, as well as across the country and even the world. Here's another look at Jonathan. If you see him or know where he is, please call 911 immediately.
There you go, guys. So, yeah, just heartbreaking, isn't it? I feel so bad for him and his mom. And yeah, that coffee shop idea, what an awesome idea. I wish people would do that for Sebastian, right? But for Sebastian, it'd need to be every state, right? I mean, just crazy. It would have to be everywhere, not just, they think that Jonathan is in the Washington area. So, but yeah, let me see what I'm missing here. Hello, Trees. Tammy Burke. Hello, Sandra. Good to see you. Neuro. Hello, hello. Melissa. Hello. Good to see you. Bonnie, hello. Make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Crystal, hi. Good to see you. All right. And Elizabeth, good to see you. Yeah, I really like that idea. I'm glad that they're doing that. It gives, it's 4 months, and I can understand why his parents are concerned. I've heard that he presents himself as a 10-year-old. They're saying actually 8 or 9, actually. So, I can understand why they want, eyes out there. Ariel, Kirdi, hello, hello. Walla, welcome in. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. I also had another update on Travis Decker. So they're actually saying that the manhunt has been scaled back. Nearly 2 months after he allegedly red-rummed his 3 daughters, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office said it is beginning to scale back search efforts for Travis Decker. This breaks my heart, guys, because his ex-wife needs some resolution in this case. Yes, she may have been able to lay the bodies of her baby girls to rest, but I don't think she's ever going to feel safe or comfortable knowing that he's out there, right? Peyton Decker, 9, 11, and Evelyn Decker, 8, and Olivia Decker, 5, were found dead near the Rock Island campground in Chelan County, Washington, on June 2nd after they left home for a planned visit with their father on May 30th, according to police. While the search for Decker will continue, officials said Friday it will do so with a reduced footprint while the criminal investigation remains ongoing, and described the search efforts around the wilderness and initial crime scene as exhaustive. This is a picture of Travis. As of today, Mr. Decker has still not been located, and there is insufficient information to suggest that he is alive, nor if he is deceased. So they don't know, guys. They have no idea. Despite a decrease in leads and tips on where Decker may be, the sheriff's office said detectives remain actively engaged in processing evidence and will continue to follow up on any new information they receive on the father's possible whereabouts, including the sighting in Idaho earlier this month, which turned out not to be Decker. The most recent search for Decker was conducted in the Blewett Pass area in the Wenatchee Mountains, but the potential evidence and intelligence gathered in this area are inconclusive, meaning that we cannot confirm any of the information is directly associated with Mr. Decker. Look at those sweet babies. Officials also said those who do come across something to mark the location using GPS or other marking form if they are able to, and even take pictures if it is safe. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison told ABC News earlier this month that officials remain hopeful that they find Decker and are aware this hunt could be a long haul. We could be in a fight for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I certainly hope we're looking at a couple of weeks and it closes out, but it could be a long time, and we are committed to staying with it, Morrison told ABC News. There's another picture of him. U.S. Marshal Service is still offering a reward for up to $20,000 for information leading directly to Decker's arrest. Officials said anyone who sees Decker or knows of his whereabouts should call 911 immediately and not contact or approach him. He is currently wanted for 3 counts of first-degree red rum and 3 counts of kidnapping. Decker should be considered armed and dangerous, officials said. So, yeah, he is still out there, right? And really sad, really sad. I don't understand why they deem some people more important to find than others. And the reason I say that is because I remember there was, and maybe you guys remember this, in fact, Nick the Hat was involved in reporting on that. Danilo Cavalcante, I understand that he was a escaped felon. I get that, right? But this guy took the lives of his own daughters, right? So what makes Danilo Cavalcante more dangerous than Travis Decker? I mean, they didn't give up the hunt for Danilo at all, but they're scaling back on the hunt for Travis Decker, and he just as dangerous. I'm so disappointed they haven't found him. I wonder if he had enough of a head start that he's long gone. I mean, Washington, he could be in Canada, right? I mean, I don't know. Unspoken Heart Stillness. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Devastating. He's not found yet to be prosecuted if alive. Why he had visitation in the first place with his mental health issue is beyond me. I know. I agree. It should have been supervised, if anything. Those poor babies, yeah. She's got to be afraid that he could come after her, right? I mean, I would be big time, right? So Don't wish the fella on Canada. I don't wish him on anybody, honestly. I really don't. Um, Not at all. Um, Honestly, I don't even wish him dead, right? I don't. Um, the reason why is because I want him found. After that, I really don't care what happens to him. Um, but I don't think it's fair for that mother to have to go through this pain of wondering where he is and what he's going to do next. I mean, seriously, guys, if he could take the lives of his own 3 little girls, you don't think he maybe wouldn't come after his ex-wife? Seriously. He's scary, and they say he's armed and dangerous, right? I don't for the life of me understand. The only difference that I can see is that maybe Danilo wasn't as smart because he was being seen on trail cams and CTV cameras and stuff. So they had, they had leads on him, but yeah, I don't know. It's just awful. Leslie Marlin, hello, good to see you. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that. Please don't forget about Sebastian, our poor little buddy, right? I don't know what there is a $500,000 reward out for this young man, and nobody cares about the money. Nobody's talking, right? I have my own thoughts and opinions on who's responsible for his disappearance. I guess I'm just going to say who I think, in my opinion, is responsible, and that's, mom for sure, possibly CP, right? I'd like to know what they did in that 3 a.m. car when the lights were on in the house and all that other stuff. So either way, though, Sebastian needs to be home. He needs to be home with his dad. And it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. He's out there somewhere. Someone knows something and someone needs to talk, right? Exactly, Trees. He has nothing more to lose. I'm talking about Travis Ducker, which makes him even more dangerous. Absolutely. I mean, come on. If a guy could take the lives of his own 3 little babies, what kind of monster is that? He is armed and very dangerous, right? She needs closure, whether he is dead or in prison. And until then, she can never end this night. Yeah, exactly. But she's defending him. She's saying he never got the kind of help he needed as a veteran. I don't know, guys, if that's true, but I do know that veterans have a lot of benefits. Could it be better? Yeah, I'm sure it could be, right? But I know there's mental health benefits for veterans, right? There's rehab, there's all kinds of things, whatever they need. So I'm not sure what she's talking about, what they turned him down for. I do not know. I find it amazing that she's upset about him not being able to get the kind of benefits that he needed, but because he took the lives of her 3 babies, I don't, nothing could ever make me think differently that this guy is a monster, right? Exactly, Ginger. Exactly true. You know, if he didn't want the help, didn't matter how much was out there, right? And maybe he was telling her stories, right? Maybe he wasn't giving her the full account of everything that happened. He probably said he couldn't get it or something when it was really, you know, out there. So I don't know. All right. Well, today we are going to be talking about our precious little babies, Jack and Lily Sullivan, missing since May 2nd, guys. We're going on 3 months here pretty quick. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Doesn't seem like we've been covering them that long. I know there's been a lot of garbage going on. And tonight we are going to watch Mike Demand's video together. Look at statement analysis of her stepfather, Maleyha's stepfather. At some point, we'll take a look at the things that Maleyha has said. But guys, because I strongly believe that Maleyha has been a victim of DV, whether it's Daniel or whether it's someone else. I think with what my family is going through right now, I don't think it would be a good idea for me to discuss that part of things. Just because I don't think I could be biased, honestly. And I always want to be objective and to give you guys an unbiased account of whatever we're talking about. So I think for right now, we're just not going to go there. I hope you understand that. Hello, USA. Good to see you. Yeah, I love that picture of Jack and Lily. Her eyes in this picture, they make me just want to melt for her, right? They really do. She's so, I don't know, so beautiful, you know, beautiful little baby there. Hello, Crime Science. Good to see you. Osprey, good to see you. Bobby, hello, hello. Did I see what happened in New York City last night? Was that the mass pew pew in Manhattan? I saw that, and then there was another one in Reno. Just awful. Oh, yeah. He was seen in a completely different city, unspoken. They showed on the video that I played that he was seen in that city, and that's why they're near there. They think that he was lured away by someone online, unfortunately. So yeah, let's go ahead and go right over to Mike Demand. I'm playing part 2 of what he's done because to me it's the first half of the video, right? So I thought, well, we'll play part 2. Hello, Chemistry Queen. Yes, and the officer who was killed has 2 kids and a pregnant wife. Oh my God. What? You know, I keep saying it. I know I do, guys, but what is going on with our world? Why? Oh, and guys, did you hear about the stabbing spree in Walmart in Michigan? I mean, I don't get this, right? I do not get this. I don't get it at all. Hello, J9. 2024, the Nova Scotia government passed Bill 482 declaring intimate partner violence an epidemic in Nova Scotia. Since then, 7 women have been red-rummed in Nova Scotia by their intimate partners. Oh, gosh. I saw a video that covered a case of a woman that got pulled over for a routine traffic stop, and just by the smell, oh my gosh. That's awful, Walla. That's horrible. I know. People are really going... the mental health in hello twists and turns in our world right now. People are not getting the help they need. They were 14 months deceased, and that officer could smell them. That's awful. Yeah. He pointed a gun at him. People can say what they want, but he never had to shoot it, but it did subdue him, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Chemistry. Yes, if everybody could hit the like button before we get started. Couple hiking with their kids this weekend. A mad red drum. The parents and kids got away. Oh my gosh. It's horrible. It is awful. I don't understand. I don't understand. Guys, if we get one more like, I'll play our video for you before we get started. We're at 29 likes that I can see right now. If we hit 30, my dad used to say that too. Going to hell in a handbasket. Kimmer, hello, hello. Greetings from Ontario. Awesome. All right. We got 30. We've got 40 now. Holy cow. Okay, so I'll play our video real quick, and then we'll watch our...
Derwood's got a swagger, a wild little flair. Struts like a model, doesn't even care. Too sexy for his chair. Yeah, he's floating on air. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, he don't care. White girls bouncing, he's a walking affair. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. His reflection winks back, yeah, it knows the deal. Every step he takes, it's a catwalk reel. The world can't handle, oh, the way he feels. He's got that vibe, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for too sexy for your chair. He's got that vibe, oh, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair, too sexy, stop and stare. White curls shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Durwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He dances through the kitchen, spins in the hall. Even his shadow's having a ball. That chair's jealous, can't compete at all.
Whoops, didn't mean to start it again. All right. That chair can't compete at all, baby. Oh, you guys. You're welcome, Canadian Nest. Oh, gotcha. And you guys are welcome. I was able to send, it's been a while. I haven't been able to give any free memberships out. I check every night, and here they were. Hello, Maura. Want to make sure I haven't missed anybody else. And Nunya, hello, hello. Bonnie, hello. Make sure Kimmer, hello. Texas girl from Philly. Yeah, I agree. That's why it's funny. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, I agree, Kimmer. Drugs and mental health issues are at epidemic levels. Truth and Beauty, hello. Danielle, hello, hello. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if he didn't download the music. I don't know if that was a perm or not. I have no idea. Yeah, a special thanks to Durwood who dropped by with his rude arrogance. Yeah, he made the mistake of coming into our chat, didn't he, guys? Being rude, calling us idiots. So we decided to pay it forward. Hello, Rhonda. Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and see what Mike DeMann has to say. I want to know. I think someone said that he believes that Wade is telling the truth. So
my phone that I'm going to put right here next to the recording device. Know what I'm saying? All right. Because I want to hear this. We need a few clarifications here. I think we started the 2-minute mark. What is that?
He asked for $10, but I said I am gonna get the trailer tomorrow anyways. So can I just have it for free and he was nice enough to say yes.
I think you guys can hear this all right, huh?
Back inside. The boyfriend is going to get rid of the hornet nest on the trailer. I went with him and offering him a hand. And we talked along the way, and I found a good timing to switch topic to Jack and Lily.
Okay.
And here we go.
Wait a minute. I need you to hear also something.
Like he may be on the right path. So I decided to find Maleyha or her family because I think she has the answer. And one day, my friend sent me a link to a Kijiji ad from Maleyha's mother, Cindy Murray, that she was selling her horse trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was a breakthrough for information, so I took that chance. What I did was I contacted her and arranged a meeting to buy the horse trailer.
Okay.
When I was there, I was greeted by her boyfriend first, then she also came out and took me to see the horses and the trailer. We came to an agreement that for me to buy it for $3,500. And I gave a $30 deposit to Cindy to hold for me for one day. And later I also bought a new shirt from her BF. He asked for $10, but I said I am going to get the trailer tomorrow.
Oh, I don't want to have to rewind this.
Free. And he was nice enough to say yes.
Okay.
After that, Cindy went back inside. The boyfriend is going to get rid of the hornet nest on the trailer.
So, am I understanding this correctly? The woman that you can see in the video is not Cindy Murray. Cindy Murray already went inside. And this woman, whoever she is, I think he's thanking her at the end of the interview, right? At the end of the video. So I'm not sure if it's his wife or his girlfriend or a friend or his sister. I have no clue.
I went with him and offering him a hand. And we talked along the way, and I found a good timing to switch topic to Jack and Lily. And then here we go. He told me a lot of things we didn't know yet. Let's listen.
Stop there for a second. Walla, thank you so much. Whoever got the gift from Walla, please thank him. And they... Yes, the guy who recorded this, from what I've heard, he is a neighbor of Daniel's. Again, guys, I don't know if that's fact or not. Just what I've heard. I know that Daniel did say at one point that he knew that the guy that was talking out was his neighbor and that he was a bad guy or something. So, I mean, again, I'm not going to listen to everything Daniel says for sure. Yeah, someone says he lives like 3 doors down. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was straight up asking questions, right? Let's not put names in the chat, guys. Okay. Hello, Wendy, Julie, AHC. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. All right, let's continue on.
I think I had to go there this morning at the car. You go that way down there. You go all the way down. You're coming to the wall. That way. It's highway. Takes your week. New Glass. They go this way and they get to Oxford and Amherst, Spring Hill.
Yeah, I find last time I heard about New Glasgow, it's about like 2 children was missing. Yeah. Yeah, it's happening in New Glasgow. Those are her green. Are you kidding me? No. For real? I'm serious.
So he finds a way to bridge the information. I mean, to bridge the conversation from, you know, about Highway 6. And then he's saying, well, the last time I heard about New Glasgow or the other area, when they talk about the missing children, and then, you know, Wade says, yeah, they're our grandchildren.
My fucking God. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's all good. We still never heard nothing. It's over Jack and Rose. My granddaughter. No, really. Yeah, that's a man. My granddaughter. It's so sad, man. I see the video. Somebody stole my videos and put them on the thing. Yeah. That's Chanel and Kiara, my daughter.
Somebody stole my videos and put them up. And he's like, that have been me. Yeah, probably was. But again.
He plays the Jack and Lily all the time. He's asking about him. I said, you'll get to see him again. I said, I don't know where they're.
When I hear that fake laugh, I would already be like, okay, dude, what you want?
Yep.
Before I saw them the whole time, man. He's everywhere. Oh, lying, the lies on. I don't know how they got these videos. They put them on the thing. Yeah. And that's. You know, like, they said you have to get. But the videos that they show. The video, the picking apples and. That was last. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2023. Oh my God.
So apparently, some of these videos that have been published. So I still don't know exactly when the last time was that Maleyha had seen Cindy Murray, but I'm going to pay before that. But I'm going to pay close attention.
Yeah. I showed the other one with the dog, and he don't see how big the dog was. Oh, yeah. You didn't see the dog. It's big now, but in the thing is December 2024, this before Christmas, when they're sitting on the sofa. He wouldn't take no shit. How about that? I never heard nothing about anything. They don't say too much.
Wait a minute. Let's try this.
Anyways, it has been 2.5 months. There's still pretty much zero news about where are those children. No real updates from RCMP neither. Seems like we all going to a dead end, and this case may just going cold. But no, I won't let that happen. We all already heard from Derwood O'Grady for a while.
Oh my God, please.
I love Mike's reaction to Derwood O'Grady. That's funny. Oh my God, please. Oh, I think myself, I would be looking into this dude. He seems too invested. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Wade had to know what was going on. I don't know. In my opinion, he had to have known. I do wonder what this guy is up to. I don't know. People come out of the woodwork in missing children's cases, guys. They really do. So. Twists and turns. I understand your frustration, right? But we don't put people's names in chat because I don't want to be guilty of doing something illegal, right? By putting someone's name out there. And as far as other channels, same thing. YouTube doesn't like it. We have done a really good job of how do I want to say it? Being an island and staying out of all the drama with other channels. So I want to keep it that way. you know, that's the reason for that. I'm late commenting on the craziness of the world. There's no doubt people have more mental health issues, but I fear that we now call every evil act a mental health issue. Evil is real and it exists. It's a good point. Yes, it was nice to see Jack and Lily picking apples, smiling. Hello, Shauna. Good to see you. Right? Who is a combo with a total stranger like that? From what I've heard, those people in that area are like that. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, we don't know a culture if we don't live there, right? So I don't know. I did find it strange myself, but I'm not going to judge if that's the way that it is in that area. Wade is apparently a chatterbox. Sometimes it's therapeutic to rattle on to a stranger. No doubt Wade hates being part of the circus. I agree with that. I wouldn't want to, but on the flip side of the coin, if I was part of the circus, meaning I didn't feel like, you know, that I was a member of the family or something, I don't think I'd be talking. Raven Sunstar, I just feel all of us are missing something and it is right in front of us, but we seem to go right past it. I'm not sure as to what that is as of yet. Yeah, I get your feeling. Yeah, like there's something missing that we're not. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, so just looking to see what else I might have missed.
That he said Maleyha and her family brought those kids to the Cypnicatic reservation. Somehow I just felt like he may be on the right path. So I decided to find Maleyha or her family because I think she has the answer. And one day, my friend sent me a link to a KG ad from mail mother Cindy Murray that she was selling her horse trailer. I knew that was a breakthrough for information, so I took that chance. What I did was I contacted her and arranged a meeting to buy the horse trailer. There I was greeted by her boyfriend first, then she also came out and took me to see the horses and the trailer. We came to an agreement that for me to buy it for $3,500. And I gave a $30 deposit to Cindy to hold for me for one day. And later I also bought a new shirt from her BF. He asked for $10, but I said I am gonna get the trailer tomorrow anyways, so can I just have it for free? And he was nice enough to say yes. After that, Cindy went back inside. The boyfriend is going to get rid of the hornet nest on the trailer. I went with him and offering him a hand. And we talked along the way, and I found a good timing to switch topic to Jack and Lily, and then here we go.
Let's hope it works.
He told me a lot of things we didn't know yet. Let's listen.
They can take you. They'll take you. I had to go there this morning. You can go that way, way down that way. I go all the way down. You'll come in the wall and go that way. to the 6th highway. Number 6. Takes you right New Glass. Or you go this way, it'll take you to Oxford, Spring Hill.
Yeah, it's kind of last time I heard about New Glasgow is about like the 2 children was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's happening in New Glasgow.
Those are her grandkids.
Are you kidding me?
No.
For real?
I'm serious.
Oh my.
So I think it's working better now, the translate. I mean, can you guys see the closed caption? I think it's all right, huh? Let me know, people.
Fucking God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Oh, it's all good. We still never heard nothing. Those are Jack and Maleyha. My granddaughter.
Really? Yeah, that's a man. It's so sad, man.
You might see some videos. Somebody stole my videos and put them on the thing.
Yeah.
That's Chanel and Kia.
Yeah, was him, Jack and Lily, watching TV and picking apples. But apparently this is 2 years old.
My daughter, that lives in high school. And she plays with Jack and Lily all the time. She keeps asking about them. I said, you'll get to see them again. I said, I don't know where they're at. I just said they're on vacation.
Yeah.
She's 4.
I saw them the whole time, man. It's everywhere.
They're all lying, the lies on. I don't know how they got these videos. They put them on the thing.
Yeah.
And they ask.
But you see, he says somebody stole one of my videos, but he is not that worried about it. And again, how would I feel if somebody, I would be able to tell if somebody has an agenda. But I don't think Wade cares too much. I think Wade has nothing to hide. And I also like the fact that he talks like, he puts the kids first. Remember when the guy says, yeah, but I don't want to say anything because that's your stepdaughter, Maleyha. He says, she don't care about them kids. So he doesn't have a filter of, let's keep it in the family. He doesn't have that. And I think that is actually the way things should be when it comes to children. That the grown-ups sort of shut up and do what's best for the kids, which I think that's what he's been doing here. The way he's been talking and everything.
Do you know, like,
They said you have the kids. But the videos that they show.
The picking apples and.
That was loud.
Okay, that idiot. Yeah. And by the way, that idiot believes everything this Durwood character said, right? So just because he manages to get this interview does not make him worth listening to himself. Of course, his interview that he's getting here, if you can call it that, absolutely great. But then you need to stop. You cannot say, okay, now I believe everything else he's saying. And that's one thing I made very clear in the very beginning when it comes to Sonny, when it comes to the criming shamers. They were, all about Daniel. Daniel is innocent. Daniel, I know he's innocent. Oh, la, 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 la. You know what? I'm still going to go there and see what the private messages are. So you need to always be able to tune in and tune out immediately. As for this guy, he tries to build a narrative in his own mind that they got the kids. So he used the 2-year-old video. He's even admitting to it right here. He used the 2-year-old video to prove that Cindy has Jack and Lily.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2023.
Oh my God.
August. They see how small.
Yeah.
He showed the other one with the dog, and you see how big the dog was. Oh, he didn't see the dog. This big now, but in the thing is December 2024.
Yeah, that's not Cindy Murray.
Oh, this is for Christmas. When they're sitting on the sofa. He wouldn't take no.
How about the police? Update any news about the 2 guests?
I never really heard nothing.
Never heard anything.
They don't say too much. Oh, that boy. Still still say the word.
The Daniel Mattel, the
He's
stepfather.
on meth.
He's on meth.
He sells meth. And he makes it. He don't like the kids. He beats the kids. He beats the
That's horrible, Tammy. That's awful. Tennessee again. Gotta love Tennessee. The stepfather claims to know all this, but they didn't get the kids out. I am to the point that I don't believe anybody anymore. Right, Mary? It's rough, isn't it? The guy that recorded this video believed Durwood's scenario. And that's why when he had the chance to make up an excuse to go to Cindy's house, he wanted to find out the scoop. He's trying to find out what Maleyha is up to and whether she's hiding the kids. And so, you know, everybody's got an agenda. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the text messages allegedly with Maleyha, begging going on just to get them to talk. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. You know, Raven Sunstar, we don't know that that's happened, right? That was a rumor. Nothing's ever come out. Daniel has denied it. Of course, you know, again, I don't believe what Daniel says. So, I don't know. You know, I guess I'd want to hear right from a neighbor's mouth. And even then, I'm just not so sure anymore. People want their 15 minutes of fame, right? Wendy, you know what? I would not want to be raising children. I hate that my grandbabies are growing up in this world. I really do. The interviewer is actually, he's got a YouTube channel, but he is a neighbor of Daniel's as far as we know. It's a good question, Unspoken. I agree, Bobby. I agree. Everyone is telling lies on top of lies. The fact that the interviewer, Tint, whatever his name is, believes Durwood's lies and that's his whole reason for this. Yeah. You know. How can his stepfather say Maleyha was pimped out or thought she was, kids getting abused, and he done nothing? Right? Right? Yeah. I mean, well, we can't say, Lori, that he didn't do anything. They got a U-Haul and they were going to go and move her and the kids out of there. But the day before, Maleyha told him no, she wasn't going to move. So he was trying. He was trying to help. So gotcha, Raven. Gotcha. No worries. Yeah. from what I heard, yes, he didn't buy the trailer. He was just there to get information. Hello, Norcraft. Tint wants reward money. Yeah, I would say. I would agree, right? I think he's looking in the wrong area. But he claims they were on rugs. Cindy could have took the kids. Rug addicts don't want police involved. Yeah. Well, it sounds, remember that Wade said she was fine moving in, but he did not want to be a babysitter. So I'm just saying, was it? I mean, I don't know, guys. You know, did he not want the kids there? I mean, he was good with kids, but when push comes to shove, did he want to raise those children? I don't know, right? Yeah, no, he did this as a con. He even says in the beginning of his video that he believed Durwood and he wanted to reach out to Maleyha's family, and somebody sent him the advertisement. Cindy's was, you know, wanting to sell the horse trailer. Yeah. I don't know about Cindy, but I don't think Wade wanted to raise those kids, guys. I just by what he said in this interview, right? He said he didn't want to be a babysitter. If she got a job, he said he asked her, who do you think's going to babysit? You need to find a babysitter. So he didn't want that. He didn't want that. It's okay, Mary. There are so many so many nuances to this story that it's hard to keep up with them all. Hello, Mr. Hemi Four-Speed. You're banned there. What did you do? My opinion, Maleyha wants everyone else to care for Lily and Jack. Janie has to call her when the kids get out. Now she wants everyone to look for her kids. Good point. Good point. Right? Very good point. Yeah, not raise them, take her in to get her on her feet. Yeah, exactly. You know, he didn't have a problem with getting her out of a bad situation. I'm not saying that at all, right? And I'm not saying that he didn't mind seeing the kids, right? And playing with them and doing things with them. But when you have raised your children, you know, and you're at grandparents' age, do you really want to raise more? Now, some people will. I would do it in a heartbeat if my children needed that, right? Thank goodness my children don't, but some people would, and I know many of you in chat would take them, right? I think Belinda would. I don't know. I think. But you don't need to feel dumb. Nobody is dumb here. We all have our own way of looking at things, and heck, I kind of feel out of it because I've been kind of out of touch for a couple of days with family things going on. So yeah, I believe he had the right intentions. He did. Why did she not call and let them know the kids were outside like she usually did? Because they weren't outside. That's why. My opinion. Yep, I heard that too, Anon. That's just gross. um, you know, I don't know, guys. You know, I think that Maleyha was neglectful, right? So there's negligence on her part for sure. I don't know. We've not heard enough from her for me to make a true assumption of her, right? We've heard all kinds of stuff from Daniel. Oh my gosh. You know, Daniel has let us know who he is through and through. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Why did Maleyha have to go down to the end of the driveway to call out? We don't even know that ever happened, Osprey. That's Daniel's version of things, so we don't even know that even happened. Janie is on my person of interest list. After listening to Wade here, I have to say Janie, Maleyha, and Daniel are all on my person of interest list, honestly. Hi, Tosama. Good to see you. See, Mary, I firmly believe that the family shouldn't be talking except to mainstream media. Does it give us something to talk about when they do? Yeah, absolutely. But you will not ever see me seeking out families of missing children to talk to. It causes chaos and drama, is all it does. So I just don't, do I show it and do I talk about it? Yeah, right. Because we're trying to figure out what happened, but I will never pursue that. I have seen the texts of creators begging for Maleyha to talk, and I can only assume that that's what they did with Bewitched and with Daniel. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. It's just ridiculous. Of course, you can just say that, Kimmer. Of course. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say Maleyha is making it out like DV. I think those of us have thought that it might be DV. Whether that's what she's trying to portray, I can't say. But I will say this. Cody and Daniel are two different people. Okay. And Belinda and Janie are two different mother-in-laws, so to speak. Belinda probably would never allow anything to happen to Maleyha or the kids. Janie, on the other hand, so we don't know, right? However, I am extremely disappointed that she had the opportunity to leave and she said no. They had a U-Haul rented, ready to go to move her out. And she said no. So I don't know, guys. Hello, Texas girl. I think Janie has a short temper also. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I had heard that there was something that went on. I did not see it because I've had my own things going on. Which normally I do see those kinds of things. If I get some time, I will go back and listen to it just so that I know what you guys are talking about. That's why I like to. But I heard that she wasn't being protected in chat, and that's sad. That's really sad. As a person who has been in a DV situation, there's never an easy time to leave. And I'm just going to leave that there because I don't think I right at this point in time with what's gone on in my family that I can really say more than that. And I agree, Lori. I personally think that any family member shouldn't be entertaining social media because it's an absolute circus. You can't count on anyone to be without drama. Yeah, it really is. It really is. No one's blaming Wade. No one is blaming Wade. I realize that police agencies get extra funding, but it's still up to the woman. It is a known fact. Statistics show that when a woman tries to leave the marriage or the home, it is the most dangerous time. And nobody knows that better than I do right now with what happened to my family this past week. We are at 70 likes. Do we get sexy again? We sure can. Let's get sexy again, okay?
Derwood's got a swagger, a wild little flair. Struts like a model, doesn't even care. Too sexy for his chair. Yeah, he's floating on air. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, he don't care. White girls bouncing, he's a walking affair. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. His reflection winks back, yeah, it knows the deal. Every step he takes, it's a catwalk reel. The world can't handle, oh, the way he feels. He's got that vibe, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White girl shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He's got that vibe, oh, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, stop and stare. White girl shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Derwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He dances through the kitchen, spins in the hall. Even his shadow's having a ball. That chair's jealous, can't compete at all.
Too sexy. All right. I agree, Ginger. Trusting the 3 individuals who are last to see the children is not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing, P, right? You know, when you get older, it's hard to... I remember trying to hold my little granddaughter when she was, I don't know, 14 months old or something, and she was a handful. Oh my gosh. It was all I could do to hang on to her. So yeah, I agree. Any family members would get help with CPS if they took the children on full time. They do it in the UK. Gotcha. Already a circus. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Daniel, Janie, and Maleyha didn't lose access to the children for no reason. Very true, guys. CPS just don't take kids away willy-nilly. Not anymore. Not like they used to. She could have stayed and let Jack and Lily go, but that would be protecting your kids and letting the cat out of the bag. If Wade and Cindy suspected DB and Ruggs, they should have called. I agree. I agree. No, I guess when you're outside, as long as one participant is aware, which was the interviewer, it's not illegal. As sad as that may be. Well, you are so good with details. No, I didn't see the stretch collar. I'm not a betting person, Anand, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Hello, Rhonda. Cindy isn't too happy with Wade. Possibly not, right? Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Kimmer. I appreciate that. Whatever happened, in my opinion, has to be bad enough for 4 people covering up. No one talking, screams, same team. It does, doesn't it? It does. Hello, Jen Jen. I'm glad you like the song. I can't take credit. It's AI. Thank you, chemistry. Yeah, it's not a fun life, is it? Someone needs to make an animated video of him dancing to his song. That's where I can't do. So I don't think they buried him, unless you call dumping them in the ocean burying them. That's why they haven't been found, guys. That's what I think. My opinion. I could be wrong, but I think they're in the ocean. Too convenient since Dan is an avid fisherman. I don't know. She talked about her own grandbabies a lot. I agree. I honestly, here is my scenario, guys. Honestly, this is what I believe. I think that children got into rugs. That's what I think. And they panicked. And in the middle of the night, Daniel took them, possibly with Justin, and dumped them in the ocean. That's what I think. And ever since then, Daniel's been doing double time, trying to make himself look good. And now Janie's coming out, trying to defend him. Durwood came out trying to put it all on Maleyha, right? Allegedly, even though he is a relative, right? Yeah, no, just, yeah. When parents, whether they're step parents or not, are more concerned with how they look in the public eye than in finding the kids, that's a big, huge red flag for me. There might as well be a great big red flag put right up in front of Daniel's house. That's my opinion. I don't know if it was that much of a plan. I think it was a panic mode and they had to go get rid of him. That's what I think they did. the plan came afterwards, what to say to the cops, right? That's the narrative, and that's why it's changed so much. That's why Daniel has slid and changed. That's why Janie's narrative has changed. So, you know, that was the only plan, in my opinion. Wow. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. 70 years old, and she took her 2 grandsons on. Yeah, I'm going to be 67 this year, and I know that it would be tough. But, I mean, I would do it if I had to. One theory that makes sense, in my opinion, the people at the house that week, as neighbors said, hurt them, owed money, rug dealer hurt them because they don't take kids as payment, and for people create plan. I'm not saying it's not possible, Missy, but it's kind of out there, right? Just the kids getting into something makes more sense to me because of how negligent Maleyha and Daniel were. But I mean, I could be wrong and you could be right. We just don't know, do we? I thought it was really odd that the interview with Janie had her walking out of the trailer, dog trailing. Today I saw it was padlocked during the start of the interview. Person still in the window. Interesting. Padlocked, huh? You can see in Dan's teeth he does meth. Yeah. You can see right here that Daniel did meth. This was the first interview. It's actually, it shouldn't be before, but it should say first interview that Daniel did. Look at him there. And now he's having to take weekly drug tests. So look at him now. He's filled out better. And yes, I realize that the lighting on the first, the first pic is not the greatest. It was raining that day. It was overcast. And the second one was in a room. So the lighting, it was professional lighting set up. But just kind of tells you that, yes, you could see he was doing meth for sure. Possibly Missy, but not for a while. I don't think they would do it for a while. Hey, no worries, Walla. I like your details. But you're right. They do tell the truth. In my opinion, it is a family affair if no one is jumping to get a piece of that reward money. Right? And remind me, guys, what other case is a $500,000 reward? Must be a family affair too, huh? Sebastian? Thank you, Missy. No, Darren is not Janie's boyfriend. Darren is dating Logan's grandma, who is Logan is Daniel's cousin. So her grandma, Darren is dating. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. Another channel was pointing out all the dozing Friday morning, both Maleyha and Daniel, also Janie. Why didn't anyone get up and feed those kids that morning? Because they weren't even there? Yep, my opinion. Everything that they all said, including Maleyha, that happened that morning, I think is a big lie. I don't think any of it happened. The kids were already taken away in the middle of the night. That's what I think happened. Something happened then that made them cover it up. They keep having to do damage control. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They keep having to do damage control. Thank you, Nana. Nania. Yeah, you know, Tulsama, I don't believe anybody anymore. Somebody said that earlier, right? Who can we believe? I mean, seriously. You know, I'm almost disappointed that Maleyha is talking, right? She couldn't help herself, evidently. Which I get. If things are being said about you over and over and over and over again, you're going to want to defend yourself at some point, right? Especially by the people that were allegedly so close to you. Yeah, I do think Maleyha knows the truth. Here's the thing. I don't think Maleyha knows where Daniel put the kids, though. My opinion. Yep, they were up all night scheming. That's why they were dozing. The dozing probably is pretty accurate, guys, if you think about it. I agree. Something happened Thursday. So Deception Detective and Mike Damon, both professional statement analysts, guys. Neither one of them feel that Daniel or Maleyha are red rummers. I mean, could they be wrong? Yeah, they could be. But I think they've been pretty right on, right? Not to say that they haven't been wrong at some point. I mean, anybody could be. So that's what makes me go to the kids got into something. You know, kids will imitate adults. If they see adults snorting something and they find it laying around, what are they going to do? I'm just saying, guys. I really do go with the accidental thing for that reason. I agree with you. I do think Justin is involved. He's been really quiet. He's been off the radar, basically. And the fact that several people have now said that he was crying during the first couple days. I think it was Monday. He was crying. Makes me wonder. Maybe Darren is too. If he isn't in it for money, maybe it's guilt induced. I wouldn't doubt if Darren isn't in it for money. Both Janie and Daniel said that he lied. So I wouldn't, maybe Daniel fed him information. He added on to it, went with the scenario that Daniel was trying to push, that Maleyha had the kids taken away or something, right? So he ran with it because he thought Daniel was telling him the truth and he could get that money then, right? I'm just saying, he could be out for that money as well. Tammy, you believe it was planned? Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, hon. You really are. You could be right. We don't know. Very good statement, Bonnie. Too many lies. Truth never changes, right? Definitely plan came after. What happened was probably no premeditated, but they chose to cover up instead of the kids. Yeah. Yeah, I think they chose to cover up. They panicked. You know, they wouldn't do what a normal person would do because they knew that they were in trouble. And so, never mind the kids, right? Never mind the people who love the kids. Never mind any of that. Never mind doing what's right, first and foremost, right? Never mind doing what's right. They were worried about their butts going to jail. Yeah, I don't believe they were sold. I don't believe they were taken out of there by anybody else. But I don't know. But perhaps that's what they are all telling YouTubers and are telling others something else to throw YouTubers off. I don't know. It keeps getting nutter on YouTube. So here's the deal. Nobody has told me anything, right? At all. I'm going by things that have been said, which, guys, are mostly lies, right? What are the facts that we know in this case, if you think about it? We know that Jack and Lily are gone. We know that they were last seen about 3:15 the day before they went missing. We don't even know if they got home after that. We don't know anything else. We know that Maleyha left. We know that they're not in the woods, right? I mean, think about that. We don't have many facts in this case. All we have is a bunch of lies. That spot for the pool really bugs me. Yeah. But I don't think they're there. They're not buried there. They're not buried in the woods, right? They're not. They're in the ocean. Because look where they live. They know that if they're going to say the kids are missing, they're going to do a thorough search of the area. And they say that this was the biggest search in Nova Scotia yet, guys. So Daniel knew those woods would be searched. Daniel is an avid fisherman. Daniel has competed in fishing tournaments. That's how much of an avid fisherman Daniel is. He's been featured on fishing tournament pages. So he knows where he could take those kids that they'd never be seen again in the ocean. And just me, hello. I still think dog attack due to the cleaner front of the RV. I mean, possibility. Since you all aren't following a certain info source that, along with Maleyha's recent messages, is sending me into a different theory. Not sure what you mean. Like, why is there a padlock locked in the interview? It's weird. Also, don't blame people with bad teeth on being on meth. That's so wrong. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I believe they chose to cover up something accidental because they knew Meadow would be taken away if the truth came out. Yeah. And possibly that they'd be taken away as well, I think. Understandable, Walla. And some people have bad teeth. Bad teeth run in my family. And I was at the dentist. But yeah, some people just have bad teeth. Look at those pupils in the first pic. Yeah. Yep. I think they have too much to lose. P. I think they have too much to lose. It's baffling they made a pact to not talk about anything truthful. These people aren't smart enough, in my opinion, to go this long. I agree with you, Missy. When I look at, well, I'm going to say Daniel and Maleyha, right? When I look at those two, and the personality that they give off, right? That we see that they're portraying to the public. I don't think either one of them are very strong to hold the truth back forever. I think it's just a matter of who's going to tell the truth first. Janie, she's a strong woman. She's outspoken. I mean, according to Durwood, she'll put a hole through you, right? Doesn't mean she won't talk. I mean, I don't know. But I think she's less likely to talk. I think, and Justin, I don't know, because we haven't seen or heard from him, right? But Daniel and Maleyha, I think one or the other is going to break. I saw all those Maleyha messages and feel she is just as credible as Daniel and Janie. It took a fundraising expose to get her to speak out after almost 3 months. Yep. I heard about that too, guys. I did hear about that. sad. Very sad. Durwood is scared of Janie. I don't know if he is or not. Hello, David and Catherine. Good to see you. Yes, Janie's brother is Ron. And yes, he is allegedly called. I don't speak about many channels, Tosima. I try to stay away from that. Well, so 3:15 p.m. the day before. And then they reported the kids missing at what? Around 10 o'clock? Isn't that what they said? I agree with you, Bobby. There's nobody trustworthy in this case. Ginger said she's only talking because she's accused of wanting money. Yeah. Definitely a bunch of lies. I mean, I don't know. We don't know their dynamics, so how can we tell what's truthful? Getting the reward money isn't that easy though, Lori. Right? You have to have proof. You have to have proof. Maleyha knows, Daniel knows, Janie knows. In my opinion, it's obvious. Yeah, I agree. Hello, CA Broken. In my opinion, if Wade and Cindy knew what was going on and they didn't remove the kids from the situation, then they are guilty of at least neglect. Or at least called CPS about them, right? Police, something, reported it, right? That's what they should have done, in my opinion. I know, Lori. I know you were just a thinking. We're throwing out scenarios, guys. That's what we're doing. What if it was bulldozing? They showed a pic of Earl's yellow bulldozer, the sudden talk of gravel. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know, right? It's ridiculous now. Division and chaos follows addicts and narcotics. My brother's like that. Total full-blown chaos follows every step they make, every word and interaction. Yeah, it is. It's like that with any addiction, guys, right? Even alcohol addiction. It's horrible. My ex was an alcoholic, so yeah. Chaos. Oh my God. If the kids were hungry, they may have thought it was candy. Yeah. Just me, are you talking about Justin? And if you are, I agree. He's too quiet, but probably the smartest one out of the bunch. I'm just saying. I understand tangent, but that leaves me unable to talk about what I believe because you aren't following or talking about it like you do material from other channels. Tosama, if there's something that you want to share with me, feel free to email me. If I find it credible, I will discuss it, right? But I found it's better to protect chat for everybody's sake. If you go back and look at D's and M's first vids, they both look dragged out like they were on an all-night bender. Sorry, guys, let me just take a drink. All right. Well, the picture on the left that's showing is Daniel's first video. Justin crying because he, maybe can't get the picture of their remains out of his head. Thank you, Walla. I appreciate that. The big problem sounds if they needed more and couldn't get, so kids suffered due to it. Could be. I agree. And I put up that first one was outside on a rainy day and that the other was inside with better lighting. So I did put that up. But even with that, you can see that his face was drawn out on the first one. Bad bags under his eyes, puffy eyes. I think you still can compare a little bit. Oh, Walla. Member for a month. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do appreciate all you guys. I just want to let you know that. And since we've had many members tonight, I want to just welcome everyone.
Granny's got a plan with a twist and a flair. Crime solving secrets in a rocking chair. A family bound tight with capes and a clue. Now you're one of us. We believe in you. Welcome to the team, the squad, the crew. Chasing down chaos like we always do. Grab a magnifying glass, put your game face on. With Granny's Crime Busters, the thrill's never gone.
So thank you guys so much. And welcome to the crew for those of you who are new here. Everything except weight is BS. I think that Belinda has been honest. Bonnie, you think they're going to get away with it? No. Maleyha is waiting for the RCMP to give her a timeline. What's wrong with this picture? Isn't the parents the ones who give the timeline? Whatever. If you're watching this who has taken kids, you deserve to be arrested. Now is what you have done so not acceptable and deserves prison time. You're sick, very sick in your head. I agree with you, P. I agree with you 100%. If they are watching, all I can say is tell the truth. Be done with it already. You know, the guilt is going to consume you for the rest of your life. Might as well just be done with it and serve your time. You guys don't believe they'll ever tell the truth, huh? Do you honestly think they're that strong? Because I really don't. Until or unless it goes to court, we won't be able to see those. I agree. You can see the scratch in the first picture. It's right below his eye. It kind of goes down onto his cheek. And now on the new picture, you can't see it at all. It's not there. It was not an old scar for sure. Yeah. Remember, he runs through waist deep water. Super D. Well, the thing I'll say about the lie detector test, they'll never tell us that. They will never tell us that. Because they're not admissible in a court of law. It's just a tool for them to use in interrogation. Yes, Justin is Daniel's brother. Yes. Bad scrape on the left side of his chin, and some say that there's some bruising up on his forehead as well as temple. I don't know if that's true or not. It's kind of hard to tell. You know, pictures can be messed with, so. But the bad scrape on the left side of his chin absolutely is. I don't think that was messed with. I agree with you, Lori. They're designed to take you down the garden path, aren't they? Yeah, I agree with you, Tammy. Dogs would have picked up that scent for sure. And yeah, but I still don't. If that was the case, I still don't believe that they would call because of negligence. They'd be afraid of CPS because remember they already had a CPS complaint about them from December. There would be no need for rug testing if he didn't have issues. Exactly. These people aren't logical thinkers to me, so the ocean is too simple. I agree with Osprey, guys. Let's not go there, okay? Because there could be people in our chat who have bad teeth. I'm one of them, actually. I don't take offense to anything anybody's saying, but because I know I took care of mine. So just some people have bad genes, bad teeth. Both of my parents lost their teeth early on, right? So there's lots of reasons for bad teeth. It's not just meth. Can meth be one of the reasons? Yes. And smoking be one of the reasons? Yes. But let's just leave it alone, okay, guys? I appreciate it. It's not unthinkable that someone freaked out and someone reacted to that and hurt someone, especially if any or multiple are on drugs or alcohol. I mean, yeah, it's not unthinkable. I agree. Could that have happened? Yeah, it could have, especially if Daniel was abusing them before they went missing. So it's a possibility. It definitely is. My theory is that Jack overdosed and Lily, who kept interrupting their sleep, was probably hurt. Are they trying to contaminate the jury pool? I'm in. Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying, P. I get it. I heard about that live. I want to go back and watch it. But I know it's probably going to make me angry, and I've just been dealing with too much other stuff lately. So I wonder how far the RCMP have processed through those 800 items. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while. But I guess, he could come out. Yeah, mine does too. She's getting flack. I don't know. I feel bad for her. Janie is a tough one. Bobby, that's possibly quite true, but I hope that if she starts talking to RCMP. That's where she needs to go. Was going through the latest interview with Janie today, specifically looking for disturbed soil. Well, I don't believe those kids are there, honestly. Dogs would have picked up their scent. Yeah, she is their only voice, Wendy. I agree with you. She's their only voice. Right? I agree. Nobody was watching those kids, seems like. Hello, Sky Painter. All these adults have been running from responsibility and pointing fingers. Time for it to stop, but I do not hold out hope any of them will do the right thing. I can't say that I'm holding out hope. I just don't feel that either Daniel or Maleyha are very strong internally. I just don't think so. So I'm hoping and praying that one of them are going to blow this wide open. Anyone sign up for the volunteer search they have posted? I think, I don't know. I don't believe the kids are going to be found. Yeah. You have to give your proof in court. It's not that easy to get the reward money. Yeah, I know. I don't believe her. I'm sorry, I just don't. I have a feeling that driveway and by the chicken coops, guys, seriously, those dogs would have picked up the scent. They would have. No worries, Sky Painter. Everyone in this case feels so, I know, entitled. That's a good word for it. Yeah, scent dogs, cadaver dogs, they would have picked up a scent. They're not on that property. I could be wrong, guys, but I just don't believe they're on that property. I believe they're in the ocean. Yes, it is getting to all of us, right? No doubt about it. That's why we do a little bit and have some fun with videos and things like that, because it's so frustrating that those two babies are gone. And rather than keep that idiot's picture up there, let's put this picture back up. I'd rather look at them. Yeah, I did that, Raven. I did that. I mean, I don't know. Is RCMP in the habit of doing that? I agree. None of the family members are trying to find the kids, right? I will look into it and talk about it tomorrow, possibly, guys. Yep. If you look it up for the RCMP, guys, People don't give those scent dogs enough credit. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. I didn't promote that one, that fundraiser. It's different if you have someone hiring private investigators, hiring, making up flyers and sending them all around the states, taking off time from work to go and search for the kids, a parent, that kind of thing, like Seth did. Then I can see a fundraiser for that. Okay. But these parents weren't doing anything. Nothing. So I was really, I just wasn't going to promote it because I wasn't sure where the money was going to go to. Their words are hollow. Their stories always place themselves at the center of being a victim. It's sickening, especially when you have to live with it. I agree, Sky Painter. When they're more worried about how they look in the public eye, something's wrong. And you thought Justin was crying because of the images in his head. Yeah. I feel letting both Maleyha and Daniel on People's Chat or platform is contradictory. Belinda is way more credible. Why let the people who refuses to talk on their side? Daniel, he's playing hero. Yeah. Hero of what, though? He's not a hero of anything. He hasn't found those kids. He knows exactly where he put them. Yeah, he has a scratch on his top left cheek for like 3 interviews. Yeah. And did RCMP do a swab or anything? That's my concern. Right? I agree. People need to be telling the truth to RCMP, not coming to YouTube. I agree, 100%. I know it really does, doesn't it, guys? Thank you, Anne. All right, you guys want to hear our song one more time before I do my my grannyism for today? All right.
Girl's got a swagger, a wild little flair. Struts like a model, doesn't even care. Too sexy for his chair. Yeah, he's floating on air. Too sexy for his chair. Too sexy, he don't care. White girls bouncing, he's a walking affair. Oh, Durwood, you're too sexy for your chair. His reflection winks back, yeah, it knows the deal. Every step he takes, it's a catwalk reel. The world can't handle, oh, the way he feels. He's got that vibe. too sexy for your chair. He's got that vibe, oh, that glow. A little too much, but we can't say no. Too sexy for his chair, too sexy, stop and stare. White curls shining, he's beyond compare. Oh, Durwood, you're too sexy for your chair. He dances through the kitchen, spins in the hall. Even his shadow's having a ball. That chair is jealous, can't compete at all.
Maleyha goes on tonight. Interesting. So honesty is tonight's grannyism, guys. A big part of honesty is self-discipline, personal resolve, and taking pride in who you are as a person and what each action means to your character. Something a few people in this scenario could use, right? A little bit of honesty. Self-discipline, that's the problem. Addicts do not have self-discipline, do they? There you go. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please, if you haven't already, hit the like button on your way out, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.